welcome our distributors and dealers who come from Bombay, from Kolhapur, from Pune. So thank you very much for taking out time. It was a working day today, so I greatly appreciate your interest in our products, and a very, very warm welcome to all of you. So let me just start by introducing our team. My name is Sanjay Bhagat. I am heading the aftermarket division of Lumax Group. Mr. Vineet Sahni is our group CEO for the Lumax Group. So in Lumax, we've got two companies, Lumax Industries Limited and Lumax Auto Technologies. So Mr. Sahni heads the group as a group CEO, and he's also the executive director of Lumax Industries Limited. On his left is our friend from Alpine, Kanai-san, Mizuki Kanai from Alpine, Thailand. So he has come from Thailand to attend this event. He has been also handling the Indian market and Asian market from Thailand. And he's very passionate about Indian market now. Last year we have started a relaunch in India. So we welcome to Kanai-san also. Amit Makhija is our head of marketing and new product development. He's also here with us on the dais. I would also like to mention name of our other Japanese friend from Japan who is there with us. He's Keiji Matsumoto. So welcome Keiji-san. So you are here with us from Japan.
Can you come in front?
Yeah, please, why don't you come? Come here, please.
People have to see you also.
Please come. Thank you very much for joining the event, Keiji-san. I would also like to especially welcome Remy-san, who has done this demo car in Bombay for us. So again, special welcome to both of you, you and your brother. So today we are going to see the new range of our products. Very soon we will see the details about that. And also we have a demo car which is outside the hotel. And I'm sure that everybody is very keen to listen to the sound experience, what is it all about. So look forward to a very good interaction today. May I invite now our group CEO, Mr. Sahni, to come and address all of you, please. Priyanka, of course, is there. She's our corporate communication head. So she has organized this press meet. Thank you very much, Priyanka.
Yeah, good afternoon everyone. Can I get some response? बहुत दूर से आया हूँ आपके लिए. And I would appreciate Sanjay Bhagat and Priyanka pulling me in, and I'm very happy I am there. So good afternoon again.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you for that, and very sincere welcome to all of you. We respect you a lot, and it's my pleasure to be here to welcome all of you. And very interesting event. You will see the product. But let me give you some history, how we are here. Lumax Group, I'm sure you know, we are there in India since 1945. Lumax has been engaged with Alps Group since 2013. General talks, कि कुछ करना है India में कुछ, because there's a lot of things happening since 2010-11 in the country. But Japanese culture is that till they are sure, they don't move. So we kept engaged with each other, we liked each other, and 8-9 years it took for us to build the right trust. Because in Lumax also, the brand that you see and the rebranding that we did, the trust and respect is an important, very, very important factor for people who deal with us. It may be distributors, it may be employees, it may be media, it is the trust which matters. So we continued that. In the meantime, Alps and Alpine also formed a strategy to become one entity. Alps was a huge entity, 8 billion, Alpine was a big entity, and they decided to join together. So, as they say, सारे सितारे कई बार साथ आते हैं. So last year, Alps and Alpine merged, and in July last year, we signed joint venture agreement with this company, Alpine. I think this was 2nd of July, if I am not mistaken. And we formed a joint venture, which is Lumax Alpine. This is the name of the company. This is a 50-50 joint venture with Lumax management into this, because it is the India market and Lumax understands that market, and it is again the question of trust between the partners. This joint venture decided to focus on both the markets, the OEM market and the aftermarket. So we are getting very good response at both the places. In the morning I was with one of the customers and they have shown keen interest for Alpine products. And afternoon we are doing this for aftermarket. And music system or infotainment is something which historically has found its way in OEM through the market. And therefore, in many countries like Thailand or in Japan, it is called advanced market, not aftermarket. Actually, for us, it is an advanced market if you think about it. And especially for accessories that we launch, it is advanced market. You test a product in the market, and once OEM sees the response, they want it to get introduced in the cars as OE fitment. So we should treat this market for such product as advanced market, not aftermarket. So this is a very important understanding that we have to do. As per my knowledge and information and discussion, today in Indian aftermarket, in sound, quality sound systems, the current barrier is approximately 7-8 lakhs. A good sound system. This is my understanding. Few brands do that. And today you will see a barrier getting broken, which is close to around 30 lakhs music system, infotainment system that you are going to see. So that's a huge gap that we are creating in the market. And we feel that the brand that we have built will support this technology. We don't want it to be a common thing. We want it to be an exclusive for some exclusive people. And we are also putting a range in that 8 lakh range. So that is the target. What is important to know is that we are here to stay into this business. That is the confidence I want to give it to you. It is not something we are testing one-off. We are here to stay, and you can see that Kanai-san, who is here, the team who is here, it is a commitment that we are demonstrating to all of you, that we are committed to what we are doing. That's very important. And therefore, the availability of the systems will also be there. Now, this is the intent, but we cannot succeed till we have your buy-in, because ultimately our success will depend on your passion, because we are not selling in the market. You know the market the best. We can modify the product to suit your requirement. The interesting part is that Alpine and Alps have realized the potential of Indian market, and they are very open to be flexible for Indian market. I think that is important. Today's market scenario is very different than what it was in pre-COVID days, and I would like to give you some examples. The premium vehicles are selling more than the base models, which was not the case 3 years ago. Altos, for example, the A segment cars are selling less than the B and segment. The customer preference is more to spend money. Now, the economics of that could differ. I am not going into details, but the preference towards premiumness of a product is clearly demonstrated by Indian market. Now, this is the right time to position a product which gives that feeling of exclusivity, feeling of premiumness, feeling of one-upmanship in social network, that my car has this system, because in India that sells. And also the real music lovers who have the knack to decipher that note. They want to listen to that particular frequencies or resolution of music. There are people in India, the connoisseurs of music. They love music. But they do not have that kind of a product today in the car. And I would also like to connect this with what is happening in car industry because it is interesting to know. The cars are turning out to be luxury items where a person is spending a lot of his time. People travel for hours, and the general tendency for people are taking short trips, 3 to 4 hour drives on weekends with family or friends. So the comfort features of the home are going into the car. The digital features of the phone are going into the car. So your residence comfort, comfort of your drawing room, bedroom, dining room, and the digital technology of your phone, apps, connectivity, is going to the car. So keep in mind the car is becoming a combination of comfort and technology. And you can relate to what is happening in various car segments. You have Alexa in the car today. You have voice commands in the car today, and you have therefore the need for one of the best music systems in the car today. And keeping this in mind, we feel this is just the right time for us to position ourselves in the premium infotainment and music and sound market. And therefore, today I would like to welcome you for this meet, and we will be talking more about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your address. Can I request Ganesan now to go through the detail of the products which we are going to launch today, starting from Alpine F1 and some other products which we are going to launch this year. So, may I request? Yeah, please. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Mizuki Kanae. I'm coming from the Alpine, Thailand. And thank you for today, Lumax-san, thank you for today, very good press conference. And all customer and press customer also, thank you for attend today's press conference also. I came to India 3 times already. And in my India experience, I met the variety dealer customer who have has installed the first generation and second generation Alpine fan status. And they gave me the very good reputation of the Alpine fan status product. But actually, first generation and second generation was not official launching product in India. But this time, Alpine decided that we will launch the F1 status. This is third generation as officially for the first time in India. Third generation Alpine F1 status. This F1 status is full spec high-res F1 status. Today we prepared the detailed information. So we will do we will introduce the detailed information, and also in outside we prepare the F1 status demo card. So please listen the detailed sound also. Then let's start from the video.
Thank you everyone. So first I introduce myself. Good afternoon. I am Vishal Raghav. I am taking care of plant business in India. So as Please sir said that barrier has been broken, and has been broken not only for the price segment. There are many world's first feature that is in this F1 status. So we will go into details in next few slides. So this Alpine F1 status is having the best advancing components because we have the in-house capability and experience of more than 80 years into developing these type of components and parts, and we have for strategic components we do manufacture those by our in-house, and we have an excellent tuning facility. Like in Iwaki we have a testing facility, complete track, so that we can test our cars with the music. So that was our expertise. So this time is of high-res audio. There was a time of CD, then there was a time of DVD. Now time comes of high-res audio. Until now, the maximum sound achieved in car audio is 192 kHz into 24-bit. But this system, this F1 status, broken that barrier, and we come up with the 384 kHz into 32-bit sound, and that is the studio level sound. You feel that you are sitting in the studio while you are in your car. So Alpine F1 status, our goal is to provide the live music experience in your car. So as I said, there was an era of CD DVD. That was a time we used microdynamics, but now in the era of high-res we use picodynamics. So the main important thing about Alpine is that we provide a complete solution, complete product solution. Like there was a companies which manufacture speaker, some manufacture subwoofer, some DSP, but we are the only manufacturer who provide all the range, complete range, total solution. So this was the audio signal, the complete graph, how you connect F1 status. You can input the signal source from the DAP and from the head unit commander. The signal goes to the head unit black box. From that, it goes to audio processor and then amplifier and then to speaker. The important thing is that after black box, the signal is not only one way, it's a two-way. We get the feedback signal into the DSP, and that was the most important part. So how we achieve this feedback signal is that we have a master clock management system, and this was the first time any company take this technology into the car audio. The master clock management system uses picodynamics that suppresses the jitter, distortion of the master clock itself to the utmost limit. So here you can see the jitters. Even in any brand who claim that there is a perfect sound, but in one-way signal that can't be achieved. So what we do is we take a feedback signal, and for that we need a special cable. So currently we have A to B bus that transmit the data of audio signals. Every good audio companies use that A to B bus, but we modify it for the feedback signal. And with that we achieve a no delay deterioration even if the transmission data capacity increases, and secure an overwhelming margin for capacity. So here you can see this is a bi-directional A to B bus. We got the feedback signal. If there was any jitter into the system, master clock remove it, and we got the very good audio signals without any jitter. So picodynamics that suppresses the jitter, as I explained, of the master clock itself, and for that we use the material oven control crystal oscillator. So with that you can achieve the ultra fine processing, sound tuning capability without any downsampling. Other brands can claim that they are providing up to 192 kHz, but what they do is they actually downsampling the system, downsampling the music. So to achieve the high-res music inside car, Actually, if you have the audio system in your home, you can shift the speakers and you can have you can choose the speakers according to your preference. But in car, this was the limitation. You can't move the speaker position. You have that position fixed. So only option you have is to manage the time there. So to achieve that, we are providing the, like in other brands, the time correction limit is up to 7.2 mm. But in this Alpine F1 status, it was up to 0.9 mm. So this was breaking the barriers. So Alpine F1 status is low distortion, high-res ready, comes with high-res ready speakers that we call as 4-way speaker system. So this was the complete image, and this is our full system. So this was our Alpine F1 status. So like for Alpine status, I would like to invite Amit Sang to introduce this new range of system. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishal-san. Thank you for introducing the pinnacle of audio, F1 status. Now I would like to explain a little bit about the Alpine status. So basically, Alpine status is nothing but a kind of a trickle down of F1. So as we already explained, we have achieved 384 kilohertz in F1. So in Alpine, we are going for 192 kilohertz high spec. So this can be achieved, and this can be run on various high-rise delivery services like Apple Music, and it can run on the Android phone also, and we can run various formats like FLAC and DSD formats of high-rise. So this is what is basically a trickle down of from F1 to Alpine status. Basically all the know-how of F1 which we have got, which we have experienced, we have tried to bring it down so that the product is more affordable and it can be experienced by more people in the market. This is the complete system of Alpine status. So basically there are three things which we have inherited from F1, which is like data transmission, the tone, and the time correction. So all these three things, whatever we have experienced and whatever the know-how we have got in F1, we have put that into Alpine status also. I will just now show you how it is different than F1. So in F1, as I said, we have the full spec high-rise 384 kilohertz playback, whereas in Alpine status it will be high-rise of 192 kilohertz. The high-end oscillator of Alpine F1 status is giving 1 by 10,000, whereas the Alpine status will have 1 by 1,000, and there will be a crystal oscillator clock generator, whereas the Alpine F1 has a master clock. The time correction of 0.9 mm in Alpine F1 status, the Alpine status will have 7 mm time correction. The chip, the high-end OP AMP, which we are using in F1 status, we are also using a similar chip but a different model of that in Alpine status. And the material of the Alpine F1 status, which is carbon fiber reinforced plastic. In Alpine status, we are using carbon by carbon fiber. So this is the difference. Otherwise, it is feature-wise, it is almost same like F1. Now, as already explained, the noise has been taken care of in F1 status. So we are just showing here that in the normal system, there will be a noise which will be showing a graph of the in the purple color, whereas what we have achieved in F1 is in green, dark green, and Alpine status has a noise correction which is far better than a normal system. Because of the chip, the distortion has been taken care. This is the graph which shows on the left side the general distortions happening in the sound. But because of a better chip, we have achieved much better zero distortion kind of a thing in the Alpine system. And as we talk about the material, we are using carbon fiber for the complete range, whether that is the Twitter or that is the speaker or the there is no difference in the toning quality of the sound, whether it is coming from the Twitter or it is coming from the speaker. Now some specifications about the high-rise Alpine status. As I would also like to tell you that F1 status will be sold as a complete package, but whereas in Alpine status we will be selling it both as a package and we can also sell it as a separate unit. So that is why we would like to explain you a little bit more about the product features of each and every thing. So this is the head unit of Alpine status, which is having high resolution 192 kilohertz power, and it can perform high RCA optical and 25 watt by 4. So output options are there. Optical option is also there. It can run various formats, high-rise formats, and we have a Bluetooth also, which is uptech and LDAC inbuilt. So as I already explained, this product can be connected with iPhone or Android phone through USB cable, OTG cable, and you can have your music run on the system in the car. With regard to the DSP amplifier, this is again a very high quality DSP which we have launched in Alpine status, which will have an output of 12 channel, having 80 watt into 4 channels and 50 watt into 8 channels. So practically if you see, because of this DSP there is hardly any requirement of amplifier now. With the DSP itself you can run the woofers and you can run the high power speakers also. So we have an option where we can have the head unit and run this with the DSP and the speakers, or we can run even the OE system, OE head unit with the DSP and the speakers, and we can also run it with Alpine new head units which we are going to launch along with this. So the various 9-inch and 11-inch can also go along with the new DSP and the speakers of Alpine status. With regard to speakers, they are all high-rise audio speakers. They are using again carbon by carbon, carbon into carbon fiber for all the products. And with regard to the power, they are giving the peak power of 300 watts and maximum RMS power of 100 watts. We are offering here 3-way speakers also, and we are also offering the normal coaxial and component speakers. Another thing which is again I think first of its kind in the industry which we are offering now is we are offering OEM fitment tweeters also in this Alpine status. So there will be tweeters of 1 inch. If there are any customers who are looking for fitting into the OEM fitments, so we are offering the 1 inch OEM speakers also, tweeters also. The subwoofer is 11 inch and having a peak power of 1200 watts. So this is all about Alpine status. And now I request again Vishal, if you can explain about the high-rise, the new head units which we are launching now. Thank you.
Thank you everyone. We launched 2 systems, Alpine F1 status, the pinnacle of car audio, then Alpine status, that is made with the know-how of Alpine F1 status. So the third product category which we want to introduce today is a new display audio. So we have now having three audio in the market, 7-inch, 9-inch and 11-inch. In the same size, we are introducing a new system with very good features. So the sizes remain same, the features also remain same. 7-inch with the model name of ILX 507E, 11-inch with the model name of ILX 511E, and 9-inch with the model name of ILX 509E. So the basic difference between our previous generation of display audio and in today's is we increase the resolution. The display resolution from WVGA to become now HD. The high-res music playback, the wireless high-res LDEC with Bluetooth and wired high-res 96 kHz 24-bit. So full power digital IC, so with low distortion technology and wireless CarPlay. So these are the four major differences from our previous generation of display audio. So now this position, the position of display audio is in high sound quality. What happens is we have our competitors who having may claim that they are having the good features than us, but the major difference is in sound quality. Alpine was and will always remain focused on sound quality. So with this in mind, we keep high-res audio even in display audio segment, wireless or wire, both. So the display resolution, as I explained, is increased 2.4 times from the previous generation of display audio. And we have a very good and very easy access to home screen. And as like DSP, we tune DSP, same like we can tune the music with our display audio only. So we have a very good professional sound tuning for premium sound experience. So as I said, even in this display audio segment, we kept in mind that high-res audio is the like basic requirement of music lovers. So with this, we are having this high-res audio with 96 kHz 24-bit and high-res audio wireless with LDAC codec. So as I mentioned earlier, wireless CarPlay, so to make connectivity a convenience. So same like in our previous model which we introduced, we have a very good IC into this also, and with that we can completely remove the jitter sound. So this was the installation image, a 9-inch system into Toyota Fortuner. Thank you everyone.
I think we can just move out now. Let's unveil the car, and the media people would like to have a experience of the sound. So I request all of us to please move out, that we can see the car. And Mr. Sani, can you please unveil the car?
And we can come back for the question answer session once the media people have had a little experience in sitting inside the car.